There are many different ways to code with Python for free. You can download software for Windows, a Mac, or even for Linux. Now, what we prefer to do for this course is to use a free online service from Google for coding in Python called Google Colab, which works on a desktop, a laptop, and even on mobile devices, as it's based in the cloud, very similar to Gmail. Now, Google Colab refers to Google Collaboratory. And attached to this lecture is the link to Google Colab, or you can type this address you see right here. And the great thing about using Google Colab for Python coding is that everything we need to code is available for us to use. You don't have to download anything at all, which means that the code you create in Google Colab will work on a laptop, a desktop, and even a mobile phone. Now, for this course, there's no need to pay for the Pro version of Google Colab. With the Pro version, you get access to more powerful GPUs. And so let's go together to Google Colab. And with Colab, you create what are called notebooks, as we see right here. And they're stored on your Google Drive, which is free to use. And in order to use Google Colab, you need to have a Gmail address, which is free and very easy to set up. So let's click right here together on New Notebook so we can learn how to use Google Colab and write our very first Python program together here in Level 1. And we will explain more advanced topics, of course, as we level up, meaning as we do levels 2 through 17 in the course. And similar to Google Docs or Google Sheets, you can share your notebooks by clicking the Share button in the top right-hand corner right here. Now to code, you simply type your code here. So I'm going to type here, print, this is fun, like that. Okay, let me take this down right here. And then you click on the play button to run your code right here. And it runs it. And sometimes when you first load it up, it takes a little while to initialize and run. And there we go. This is fun. And the print here is colored in yellow, and it's a function, okay? And we'll talk about a lot more functions, of course, in this course. Actually, we'll talk about every single built-in function there is in Python. And you can add more lines of code below here, or what you can do is you can click here to add code down here. What you can also do is you can click here to add text or comment, so to speak, to your code. Now, I don't like to do it that way. I like to add comments directly to my code. And so what we prefer to do, instead of adding text like I showed you this plus button here, is I like to add comments here. And the way you do it is as follows. You go to the first line, or any line really. You insert a line, and then you type number or hash sign. And anything you type here after the hash or number sign will not be read or interpreted or run by Python. It'll just ignore it. So I'm going to type here, print, this is fun. Okay. And when I run my code, like here, it doesn't give me an error. It just reads this line here and ignores this right here. Now, the comment is in green. And again, when you click the play button, Python does not read the green commented line. And it's really important to add many comments to your code in case someone you're working with wants to understand what the code does, or in case you come back to read your code in a couple of months or a couple of years, and you want to understand what you coded. And we will discuss collaboration with others and writing clean code in level 13. Now, when we use Google Docs or Google Sheets or even Gmail, we don't have to click the Save button, as everything is saved in the cloud. It's basically the same thing here with writing Python code in Google Colab. Now, if I click up here, I can name this code here if I want to, and just highlight what is to the left of this extension here. So I'm going to name this here level 1. Okay. And if you're interested, what IPYNB means is it means Interactive Python Notebook. Now, if we go to the File menu right here, you can copy your code. You don't really have to save it because it's automatically saved, like when you're using Gmail. Gmails are saved automatically. Or when you're using a Google Doc, it's saved automatically. But I can click here and create a copy of the code if I wanted to. And let me just close this tab right here. Okay, great. What you can also do is you can save a copy on GitHub. And github.com is owned by Microsoft, and it's a website where people share code. Now, in the many examples in this course, we will show you how Google Colab uses autocomplete to help you while you're coding. Now, it's similar to when you're typing a search in Google. It adds extra text, like, didn't you mean this? And we'll talk a lot more about autocomplete later. Now, let's talk about the pros and cons of using Google Colab. Now, in terms of the pros, in addition to no installation issues, it offers free GPU usage, easy sharing, and it's perfect for collaborative work and for learning Python, of course. Now, the cons or limitations include GPU limitations. If you use it way too much, then you might have to consider paying for the pro version. Now, we're teaching this entire course using the free version. We didn't pay at all, and there's no need for you to pay for the pro version. Another negative aspect of using Colab is that it's not secure enough for corporate use, as it runs up in the cloud and not on your computer. But despite these limitations, Google Colab is an incredible free tool to use when learning how to code in Python. And that's it. We will discuss more advanced features of Colab as we do many exercises together in this course. Now, in the next lecture, Luca is going to show you our first exercise. Thank you.